Hello, and welcome to episode 186 of The Joy of Coding. Hi, how's it going? My name is Mike Conley. Good to see you. It's episode 186, and I'm back. I'm back for 1 week in between 2 weeks of break. So I was gone last week, I'm back this week, and I'm gone again next week, and then I'll be back again. Who knows? Life is like a box of chocolates. But it's good to have you here. Thanks for being here. Hello, everyone in the chat. I see you. Hello, Okris. Hello, DannyColin.com. Or there's no dot there. Just DannyColin.com. And welcome back from Smurf D. Hello, D-Wall. Hello, everybody. Let's check out what we're doing today. Today is episode 186. A reminder, no plan survives breakfast. For the people who are new to this stream, maybe there are a couple of you... I just wanted to let you know what's going on here. I'm going to be live hacking on some Firefox related things, and there's no plan, really. Like, I don't have pre-written solutions for anything I'm going to do. I'm really just going to try and live hack and you know, work on things in the raw, so to speak, so that you're seeing real thinking going on in my head, and I'll try and explain as I'm going what I'm thinking in my head. But I just wanted you to know that none of this is really scripted. I don't know how it's going to turn out, and that things might go horribly wrong. I might get stuck. I might get nothing done. I might get sidetracked. Who knows? We might fix a bug or two, or we might make some inroads. It's happened before, but just set your expectations accordingly. The second thing I want to point out is that there is an episode guide. Oh, before I do that, I always have to talk about the agenda. The agenda is this thing that we're looking at, and it is something that you have access to. If you're watching this on Air Mozilla, check out the handout section over here. On YouTube, it will be in the video description down below. And if you're watching this on Twitch, I'm about to drop it in the Twitch chat. And if you, here we go, it's now in the Twitch chat. If you click on that, you'll be able to click on these links and follow along. And as I update the note, this little thing will spin. And then if you refresh the agenda, it'll be most up to date. Finally, I want to point out that there is an episode guide. Lovingly curated and crafted by viewers just like you. We've got a lovely episode guide up to and including episode 184. And this is for you. If you are curious about what I did on episode 178, there's a little breakdown of what went on, along with a link to the episode and the agenda. And that might be handy for you. But what's particularly interesting is that if you yourself have additions, addenda, maybe you want to expand on something I covered, maybe you want to issue a correction or anything along those lines, you can send a pull request to the GitHub repository where the episode guide is hosted. And I actually do see that there is a pull request in my queue. I was away on holiday, and I didn't realize that this was in my queue. But SmurfD put in last week's episode, or not last week's, the last episode, episode 185. Let's take a quick check, see whether or not we can just merge this in right now. Usually we can. I do a couple of small things to check. First of all, I make sure that the video link is correct. Yep, episode 185 right there. And I also make sure that the agenda is correct. Yep, that looks right. And then I make sure that the topics look like they make sense. Keyboard only. Toggle. Yeah, that is what we were working on. Yep, back to working on the YouTube stream. Yep, the YouTube stream was working again, so that's all good. And I linked to a couple of interesting things. Right. And I apparently I showed about Moz Fab Submit -- whip. Which, that's a handy tool. So this looks all great. Thank you once again, SmurfD. I'm going to merge that in immediately and say thanks. So that's all merged in. The episode guide should now be up to date. If we refresh this, I don't know how quickly it refreshes actually, but in a couple of seconds, episode 185 will be up there. And if you yourself want to add things to the agenda or want to add things to the episode guide, check out the contribute guide in here. There's some really excellent documentation in here and what exactly it is you need to do if you, for example, wanted to add an episode or if you wanted to change an episode. The instructions in here should be pretty useful. So thank you for that. Next up, let's talk about what we're doing today. Well, before I do that, I wanted to mention that I've been, over my holiday, I had the opportunity to kind of fiddle around with something called Synapse, which is the reference matrix server client. No, matrix server, not the client. Riot is the client. Matrix is the protocol, and what it is there is a federated chat protocol called Matrix, and there is a home server that was developed by the designers of the protocol called Synapse, which I deployed on a machine that I control. I've set that up, and I've created a Joy of Coding channel in there, and so there's this link now in the agenda. If you use Riot or are familiar with Riot, which is a chat client for Matrix, then you should be able to, I think, add yourselves to this room. I don't know. I've never set up a Matrix room before, especially not one that I'm hosting myself, but I am right now hosting a Joy of Coding Matrix room on my home server, and it might be possible for you to join it. I'm not sure. Help me test this out if you'd like. If you have Riot, or if you'd like to find out about Riot, you can click on this link, and I think it allows you to join the channel, I guess. It gives an instruction on how to do it. You can get to Riot, and then you access this. If you click on this, I guess that will take you to the channel via Riot. That's handy. This is a pretty handy link. So that's just a piece of information there. Whether or not you want to use Synapse or Matrix or Riot, it's just another chat opportunity. And Danny Colin points me to something called Matter Bridge, which is a bridge between Mattermost, IRC, Gitter, XMPP, Slack, Discord, Telegram, Rocket Chat, Steam, lots of stuff, Twitch, all sorts of things, and Matrix with a REST API, and Mattermost is not required. This is very interesting. So it's I can talk to anything. A simple bridge, letting people be where they want to be. And it's powered by DigitalOcean. So with this, apparently, I should be able to make it so that no matter what chat service you want to use or chat client, maybe we can all just be in the same room, and it'll all be bridged. I'll have to read this later. I'm gonna add this to the agenda. Things to read later. Things to read later. Thank you for the handy link. Okay. So what are we working on Firefoxy today? Well, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a new Firefox Nightly icon. I really, really like it. This is to go with the sort of the new brand family that we've a bunch of products. So there's a product portfolio now, including Firefox Send and Firefox Monitor, and there are a number of things that are being built that have the Firefox sort of brand. They're part of the same brand family, and the Firefox browser now has an icon, a logo that is kind of related via the brand family. If you're not familiar with Firefox Send or Firefox Monitor, if in Nightly you go to the accounts button here, you can go to Firefox Monitor and send them quickly from here. And they're both pretty handy services. I found out recently that a service that I use called Roll20 recently had a breach, and a bunch of user credentials got leaked. So I found that out via Firefox Monitor. Let's actually see if it'll alert me again. It won't, because it already told me. But if you were to go to Monitor in the breach list here, you'll see that I think Roll20 is in this. Isn't Roll20 in this list? Yeah, here we go. Breach was added in July, and I just happened to find out because I went to Roll20. So, very interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, let's get down to work. What do I want to work on? Well, the first thing that I want to work on is I was writing some documentation for how to port various parts of the browser front end to be Fission compatible. And I got review, and I tweaked the patches a little bit, and then I landed them. But it looks like only one patch landed. It's very strange. Only one. There are two patches in here, and only one landed, which is very strange. And if I go back to the Lando, if I view the stack in Lando, I guess, yeah, the one I'm looking at, it kind of corroborates what I'm talking about, where This one landed like the what revision D474. This one landed yesterday, and then it landed again today because it bounced before. I guess I just have one more to land, and that's actually pretty fortuitous because before I had originally planned to land both, but then I got this last piece of feedback. It looks way better now. Just added one knit in line. If there's something else, I will need to ping you once I'm forced to start work with Marionette. Yeah, he's saying that we should probably include the all frames to the above, which I agree. Which is it's part of the documentation for how you register an actor, and one of the things was missing here. Second chunk. Okay. So that having been done, and I believe if I build the documentation now, just quickly build it up. Here, let me pump up the font so you can see what's happening. You also have to forgive me, my throat. I'm just getting over a cold, and so I'm a little phlegmy, to put it bluntly. So if I cough a little bit, I apologize. So I wanted to basically add, what was it, to the registration? Yeah, I want the all frames part here, because originally it was mentioned up here, and then I talked about like the first part of this block, and then the second part of this block, and then I referred to all frames down here, but it wasn't really clear that I'm referring to this section here. So basically it was a decent piece of feedback. Just like move that chunk or copy that chunk in here so that it's clearer what I'm referring to. So that's done. So I'm going to update. I don't think it requires another round of review. And I will amend. I will update the tip, and then I will push the update, and then I will land it. And then we can move on to the next thing. Oh, so Danny Colin has shared this, which is a very nice wallpaper with the new Nightly logo. That is pretty. Look at that. That's very nice. I'm going to put a link. New logo wallpaper. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so that's been amended. I'm now going to MozFab submit the tip. Excuse me. There's that phlegmy cough I told you about. It's updating the revision. So in a minute, I'll be able to mark this done. Oh. So that's done. And this should be ready to go. So I'm going to just land this one patch now. So hopefully that lands shortly. The trees are open, so I should see a notification about it landing soon. Should be nice. Oh, I just got a ping in developers. Hopefully I didn't. So a sheriff has pinged me. What's going on? What's going on, Sheriff? I'm guessing that something's wrong with one of my patches. That would blow. Let's take a look. Did I screw up one of the linting rules? Oh, down here. Linting. Line 77. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. I think the follow-up patch that I just submitted via Autoland should fix that. Sorry about that. Let's see. Because I didn't expect one to land and then the other to not. If you open up the tree again to let address the issue, I believe that'll fix it. Yeah, it was a little awkward. I didn't expect one to land without the other. I mean, it was a little fortuitous because it allowed me to put in that last piece of feedback, that late piece of feedback. Thanks. So let's keep an eye on the tree actually during this episode. We want to make sure that we haven't actually blown up the tree accidentally. Yeah, it was an RST linting failure, and I believe I fixed all of those up in the second patch. Ultimately, I probably should have just had one patch rather than two, but it was a lot of text, and I was doing some editing in the first one, more like reorganizing. All right, well, with that landed, hopefully soon, hopefully that will show up in Autoland soon. Let's work on another bug. So I'll keep this open for now. And let's work on a bug. What bug did I want to work on? Let's see here. That is done. Right-clicking, not done. Not blocked on review. This is done. So this bug made it so that we have a new context menu. I don't know if I'd shown you this. Maybe we'd worked on it last week or the week before, but now we have this like really handy mute. Really handy context menu on the picture-in-picture toggle. If you don't want to see it, you can right-click on the picture-in-picture toggle. Oh, let me pause this and hide the toggle, and it goes away. So that is something that got added a couple days ago. I can turn that back on. We still have to add something too about preferences to. Oh, just saying thank you. To be able to turn on and off the picture-in-picture toggle over there, because right now you just have a way of turning it off, unless you decide to dive into about config, which is never a thing we want to tell users to do. So that's done. So I can. This is blocked on, not on review. This is blocked on a need info. This is done. I believe we fixed this. Whoops. Let me just double check. Never hooked up the bug. So I'm just looking for the right thing to work on. I didn't set anything up, unfortunately, for this episode right away. So that's done. believe this is also done. I really have not been maintaining my list of work. Oh, it's not done. Oh, but I think this got fixed by something else. Yeah. Let's leave that for a little bit again. This is blocked. This is landed in integration. This, I think, is going to be not worth doing right now. Okay, well, maybe not something from that list then. Let's do something else. Oh, good. I just got a notification that this patch landed. Yeah, so we should see it. Yep, here we go. Shows up here in Tree Herder, and we should see the RST job hopefully turn green here. And if not, then I'm going to get backed out, and I don't want to get backed out. It's really unfortunate that like it kicks off all of these different builds just for documentation. I probably should have put don't build into the commit message. All right, so here's the thing we can look at today. A picture-in-picture bug came in, and it was very strange. And it was this one, where there's like this weird box above the video. If you were to like go here, choose a trailer. Let's choose this trailer. Okay, we're gonna mute that. Where's the how do I get the picture-in-picture toggle to display? The picture-in-picture toggle isn't even visible. Do I have it enabled? I'm pretty sure I do. Oh, no, picture-in-picture toggle enabled. Let's turn that all back on. Okay. So here is the toggle. And yeah, there's this like bar of white at the top. But what's interesting is there's like this bar of gray on the top of this one. Yeah, why is there a bar of white above this video? And it's pushing the captions out of frame. So something about this is strange. Let's figure out what's going on. Meanwhile, we'll also keep an eye on this job. Look at all these jobs that got kicked off. I definitely should have put don't build in the commit message. Let's see here. How do we begin? Well, let's see if the browser toolbox works these days. See, sometimes it really doesn't. I've been having a lot of problems with the browser toolbox. Connection refused. Sometimes I have to do like a full browser restart. So what I'm going to do instead then is I'm going to use an artifact build, a local artifact build, because I believe my current like user profile is a little bit broken. Oh, some chatter. Smurfdy notes that the gray bar was there even when I had picture-in-picture disabled. That's true. I don't know what this gray bar is. Let's try and find out. I don't even know if it's related at all to the white bar. But let's take a look. Where is the video? Aha, here's the video. So the video itself is not part of the gray bar. The gray bar, I don't know where the gray bar is. Maybe it's, let's hide parts of this. I'll hide that too. Oh, I see. So there's just this like padding above and padding below. What's this? Display none. And this display none. So none of that's related. This thing, the video itself, does it have padding set on it? What if I say display none? So it disappears. The outer element. I'm gonna display or visibility hidden this. Yeah, there's a lot of divs going on in here. Visibility hidden. Now what are you? Are you also? That's not it. Is it the media player? It's the media player. The media player is where that gray bar is coming from. So the media player has this like background color, and I think it has a fixed size, and maybe it's just that the video is too small. Maybe it had expected a little bit more height to the video or something. But at any rate, that's I think unrelated to the white bar on top of here. Let's see if we can figure out the white bar now. RST job's still running. Let's see how long these RST jobs tend to run. I think my last push did an RST job, and it took 5 minutes. So I have a feeling this is going to come back with a result very shortly. Keep your eyes on the prize. Please be green. Green, 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 green. Really, I'm hoping for it. Okay, so let's go to this site. Oh, it's also using Flash. What? Wait a second. Wait a second. How come I was just given Flash for this? How come I was given Flash? Don't give me Flash. And then this one I wasn't given Flash. I did have tracking protection enabled. I wonder what? Enhanced tracking protection. Let's get some enhanced tracking protection working for this site. Standard, strict. No, still not serving me up non-flash. How come I'm being served a different site? Is it just like random? I don't have a different user agent or anything. Huh. Well, let's try a more recent pull from Central then. Very mysterious. The original player is not in Flash. None of the, like, looking at this, I don't see any Flash on this page. And if there was Flash on the page, then I would expect an element over here to be like hey, you're playing Flash right now, because that's what we have. We have the little plugin handler. But none of this is actually Flash on this version of the site that I'm being served. Let's try Flash fallback. That's the JW player. It'd be the 36 pixels. It'd be the 37 pixel top. I'm not sure what's going on, Meta Cyben, but I think I remember there being a Flash fallback to the JW player. That sounds right. Does anyone know why we might fall back to Flash? What is it about this profile that doesn't make us fall back to Flash? Does anyone remember? The video element is moved down 37 pixels. Yes. Yes, it is. Is that related to why we might be falling back to Flash? Let's see if we can use Google or DuckDuckGo actually. JW player Flash fallback. Oh, you know what it is? It's not that there's a Flash fallback, it's that there's an HTML5 fallback. I think that might be it. Hang on. So let's... Metacyben says no. No, that's not true. That's not true? Well, let's find out. Let's finish this build. And then it's possible that I need to read the documentation. Flash running with HTML5 fallback. No, HTML is the primary. GW player. Documentation. Volume changing. Embedding. Flash. Seriously? Oh, there it is. Oh, hang on. Why is my HLS stream still rendering in Flash? In order to enable HLS HTML, default running mode HTML5 player set for your dashboard. Oh, use Google Chrome. No, I don't think so. No. The JW player has a Flash element and an HTML5 element, as far as I know, and I'm guessing that the site is rather old. I believe it. However, how come this profile is getting the HTML5 version of the player and the other one was getting the Flash version? That's what I want to know. If I remember correctly, let me go to my plugins list here. I've got Flash fully disabled. I wonder if that has something to do with it. Like if I, whenever I'm done building this, I'm going to fully disable Flash rather than making it ask to activate. And I wonder if that will force it to be HTML5. All right. Almost done. Let's also enable picture-in-picture. Oh, it is. Wonderful. So let's go to the site. And so I'm getting the Flash offer here. So I'm going to go to About Add-ons. I'm going to make it so that Flash is disabled. So now let's reload the page and see what happens. Hey, there we go. HTML5. That was the problem. Okay. So now the next question is, how come... I don't want audio. Okay. How come the little white box? That's the next question. So let's pull out the toolbox. Oh, come on. Do I seriously not get any toolbox today? That would be brutal if I got no toolbox today. Well, folks, we're not getting the toolbox for the stream, which is really unfortunate because that would make this a lot easier to debug. So we're going in... why wouldn't I? Well, let's quickly figure out why. Why wouldn't I? Localhost, this port, connection was refused on localhost at this port. Is there anything on localhost using that port already? Anything on localhost using port? I can't remember what the... Yeah, netstat, that's the one. Netstat AO find, nope, the port. So what I would call this is like meta debugging. I'm debugging, oh come on, find, pipe find, grep? Oh, doesn't like -o. All right, netstat -a grep or find. No. Fine, grep it. Jeez. Can't computer today. Aha. So something is listening there. What program? How do I find out what program? Yeah, that's what I want. Do I have something called fuser? Yes. User 58765. TCP. Oh, works on Linux only. Or LSOF. I've also heard of that one. Yes. LSOF. -I 58765. Aha. Firefox PID 62272 and 62322. And which ones are those? 62272. Nightly. And 62322. 62322. What? 62322. Not in this list. And now they're both gone. What? What is going on? Okay. Oh, now it's chosen a different port. 58873. 58873. Six 2272 and 62397. listen. They both want to listen. That makes no sense. Basically, I think we're screwed. P-kill everything. Ah! So the exact error message is NS error connection refused. So the one suggestion is maybe we can search for that. NS error connection refused browser toolbox. The fix is almost always to close. Yeah, I've seen that as well. Is to close and reopen. But that's not what's happening here. That's not helping. So we're going to go with it. I want to move forward on this bug. We're going to try and figure this out without the toolbox. So the way I'm going to do that is with some hackery. Let's open up picture-in-picture child. This is the part where we clone the video here. Player video, margin 0. I can give the player video a margin or a border 1px solid red. So the video is here. You see, I don't know if you can see that red line, but the video is here. So there's something surrounding the video. A padding maybe? Margin? I'll bet you that's it. It's padding. I'll bet you I need to say that we want no padding around the video. Because we cloned it out of the original document, including all of its styles, in order to get the right dimensions for it. But we may have gotten this. Oh no, that's not padding. What are the things on here on the video? Z index 4. Oh, it has a height set on it. There's a height set on it. Oh, style. I should probably get rid of padding as well, and then style height equals 0. If there was a manual height set on it, that would do it. Yeah, basically, Metacybin, you're right. The styles are being inherited because we're cloning the node, but not the position, but the actual white space surrounding the padding surrounding the video is what's being copied. Oh, hang on. We don't want to set it to 0. We want to unset it. Sorry. Yep, that's a great question, Metacybin. It's a great question. You're asking the good stuff. It's a good thing to wonder. I really appreciate everyone's help here and helping me debug all this stuff. I apologize. Things aren't going as smoothly as one would hope, but see, it's still happening. Maybe it is. Metacybin, maybe you're right. Maybe it's the top thing. Where were you seeing position absolute? Right now the top is 0px. Let's get rid of that as well. And then let's for let I in player video dump style player video dot let's just dump them all out afterwards. Aha! It was the position absolute. Metasybin, you were right. You were right. The question from Danny Colin is, would it be possible to just remove all the CSS styling on the node instead of just a few properties? That's an interesting question. I wonder if there's a built-in way of just like stripping all properties. Strip all... Oh, you know what I can do? Of course I can do that. Is I just... I can set the style to just be... I can probably just like... All the inline styles, I can just like... I think I can do it this way. I could be wrong. Let's find out. Yeah, that works nicely. Cool. Well, we figured it out. It's weird how it kind of like flickers. You notice there's like this big old flicker. It only sometimes does it. Smurf D says maybe I need to double check my settings down here. Re-enable these. No, still no dice. Don't know what's up. But I think we have a solution here, folks. Strip any inline styles. Hang on. Surrounding white space. Let's test it one more time, then we'll run our automated tests, and then maybe we can put this up for review. I wonder if we need to write an automated test for this. Heike. All right. Yeah, that looks good. How would one write an automated test for this? Looking at the video element. Okay, I think I can. Let's write an automated test for this as well. What I'm going to do is commit this. Well, first of all, I'm going to close. I'm going to run all of the pre-existing automated tests. Good. Let's take a look at the patch. And then let's create a bug for this, or create a note for it. Take this, then we will make sure to strip any element styles on the cloned video before inserting into the picture-in-picture player window. And set my reviewer. Okris says there should be an epilepsy warning when running these tests. There should be an epilepsy warning when running any of these tests because they just they move a bunch of stuff around very, very quickly. Yeah, there's a lot going on because we move it all so fast because we want there are a lot of tests. There are a lot of tests to run. All right, so with that done, let's try and write a test for this. See. Our tests are inside the toolkit directory under picture-in-picture tests. And what do? We're like, hey, with the new tab, triggered picture-in-picture window. Oh, this will be nice. Okay, I think it's pretty easy to create a new test. Actually, mock, isn't there like test create or something? Help, grab test. Mock, add test, yeah. Mock, add test, toolkit, components, picture-in-picture tests. Browser, strip video styles .js. Browser, strip video styles, we'll add it. Charge Neon says, hello, sorry to pester, just got back from my commute and realized you were still alive. No pester, that's not pestering at all, Charge Neon, welcome back. Welcome back. Strip video styles. Okay, so here's what I want to do effectively. Test that videos with styles on the video, on the element, don't have those styles cloned over into the video that's videos, the styles into the video that's inserted into the player window. We don't have to do it for both cases, video and or controls and not controls. You can just do it with one. And the test page is like test video with controls. Let's get this one. Let's do the one without controls because I think that's more common. So what do I say? I'll say await content task spawn browser null sync. Let video equal document content document dot get element by ID. No controls. Video dot style dot padding equals 15px, video.style.border equals 5px solid red, video.style.margin equals 3px, video.style. I don't know. It's another good one. Yeah, position equals absolute. Oh, there's some chatter. Did you see the message that I put on live hacking channel / Mastodon? I didn't realize you're back from holiday. I did not see that message. Basically, to surmise, videos and pictures have a gray / black-gray background. Videos and pictures have a gray / black-gray background. Which videos and pictures? Would it make sense that the background for picture-in-picture also uses that as the background color rather than as white / blank? Which videos and pictures have a gray / black-gray background? And then I should have a black background. I mean, ideally what we'd use is the default window background. That's what we should be using instead of just blank. Maybe we could use prefers dark background. Well, it's something we're thinking about. I don't have a tiling window manager, and on macOS I can't even like pull the windows. But like there, on Windows, I know that you can get the effect of stretching the video like this, or stretching the player window so that it's, you know, greater than the size of the video by using scroll snap or Windows snap. Windows arrow snap. So I wonder if we could set the background based on whether or not the user has expressed that they prefer dark backgrounds, because that's actually something that is exposed via CSS now. Worth thinking about. Okay, let's keep going with our test. So I've set these random attributes, and now I'm going to say open that one, and then we're going to close window. Wait for we don't need to do these things. We just don't need this part. We don't actually need to assert this either. What we need to do is, I don't know why we have this try finally in here. We don't need that. What we need to do is inspect the player window, the pip window. Inside the player, there is the browser element. So we'll get the browser element, and then we will let player browser equals pip win.document.getElement by ID. Does it have an ID? Yeah, browser. And then we'll send a content task down to it. Player browser. Actually, here's what we'll do. let styles equal this, padding 15px, border 5px solid red, oops, margin 3px, position absolute. And I guess I didn't have to put these all in the strings. They can be literals, it's fine. Or just symbols like that. I don't know what you call them. Symbols, literals. I don't know what you call that. And then what I'll do is I'll pass the styles down. Video styles. Let style of video styles, and not of, in video style, style name, style property equals video styles, style property. So we'll pass those down, and then we'll pass them again here. We'll say let video equal content document.query selector video, because I don't think it has an ID. Video styles. Assert okay. Assert equal style property empty string. Style should not be set. Style, I'll use template string, say style property should not be set. We close the window and we're done with the tab. And that will be our test. A little more chat traffic in here. When you load a picture, the background is scary. Could as background be used? So the background, when you load a picture or video as a URL, the background is gray when the content is centered. Could the same background be used? Oh, I see. So like, let's see here. Like if I were to choose this image, this background, maybe that might be better, might be more consistent. It might be better. What's the background? Global skin image dark. You know, we could certainly try it. Background image. That might make a lot more sense, actually. Be more consistent. I like that idea. I'll talk to our UX people about it. White My Stick 1 asks, how long have I been coding? Oh, geez. I dabbled with BASIC when I was in high school and a little bit of grade school, but really nothing important. I did some I made like simple web pages when I was in my teens, but I started like writing Java and C++ whenever I was in university. So that would have been in the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s. And I've been working for Mozilla since 2011. So I'd say probably been like professionally coding for about 13 years. Something like that, because I had some coding jobs before Mozilla. What? No Ada/Pascal? Nope. I've never written either of those languages. I've read Pascal before, but I've never had to write it. One of my favorite games growing up, there's this old BBS game called Legend of the Red Dragon that some of you might be familiar with, maybe not, maybe you're all too young. But that was written in Pascal, apparently. I remember finding some source code for it and reading it. Style padding should not be set. Padding equals... Whenever a style... Hang on. Whenever the style's not set, what should it be? Style dot border. Should be the empty string, right? Cert dot equal. Oh, this not the style property. The video style property. That's what it should be. Wachoo! There's our test. Boobadoo. Autoland's open. Oh, did we come back green on RST? We did. We did. Hooray. Hooray. So I'm not in trouble. That's what I like. So with that test done, one thing I always like to do is make sure that the test fails if we reverse the order of things. So let's commit this bug regression test. Actually, you know what? No. Regression test. I do like to have a separate commit for the test and the fix so that I can reverse the order and then test the test without the fix and make sure that the test fails. Because the last thing you want to do is write a test that passes even if you didn't, like with or without your fix. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reorder these with hist edit. I'm curious if anyone's had the opportunity to try using Riot to sign into my Matrix channel thing that I started talking about at the beginning of the channel. I don't see anyone in there, but I'm curious if it's like people have been trying and it doesn't work, or if just no one's tried. Because if no one's tried, that's fine. But if people have been trying and it's like saying, no, everything's broken, that's something I want to know. So if you've been having trouble getting into that channel, let me know. I am interested in this whole Matter Bridge thing that Danny Cullen linked to. Smurfs D says, we'll try in a bit. Charge Nian likes the name Jason Voorhees. Yeah, that's one of my colleagues. That's his IRC nick. He's great. It's a very clever name. Okay, so I've got the patches reordered. So now it's, if we go back to just the test, then what I'm hoping is that the test fails. We should see a test failure. Fingers crossed. Fail, 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 fail. Fail. I saw red. Yay, failures. Great, 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 great. So that's exactly what we wanted. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reverse the order again and put these up for review. And then I think we're going to call the episode done. Danny Colon got a server returned 502 error when he tried to join the room. Uh-oh. Don't know what 502. Bad gateway. Maybe I've just configured it wrong. It's very possible I've just configured it wrong. It's my first time running a Matrix home server. So now I'm going to reorder these because generally you want to have the test after the fix. Charge Neon's like, it's nice that the stream is delayed. I can cook fish fingers and watch. Delicious. Captain Highliner fish fingers? Or I don't know what kind of fish fingers you're having, but that sounds delicious. I'm not the biggest fan of fish, but I do, you know, fish fingers. They're delicious. I'm more of a chicken finger guy myself, or let's see, chicken wings. I had in episode 150 this, if you've never seen it, find a link. If you go to the episode guide, you'll find a link to episode 150 where I live coded and ate like a really spicy chicken wing every 10 minutes to see how that would impact my coding. If that interests you, check out episode 150. Episode 200 is coming up soon. Maybe I can do some kind of stunt there as well. We'll see. All right. Good to hear it. It's nice meeting you, Charge Neon. I'm not sure if we've ever talked before, but it's nice meeting you. You know what I really should have? Tell me what you think, folks. Would it be useful to have the chat visible on the stream? This is something I've seen other people doing. It would take up screen real estate is the problem. You know, I've got my head here in the corner. I'm down here in the bottom of the screen. But then, like, what about up here we show the chat so that you can see what's going on? Or maybe it's like trailing behind me, maybe in reverse order or something. You can see the chat that's coming in. Would that be interesting? Would that be useful? Would that... Let me know. Let me know. Send me feedback. You can do that either in the chat right now, or you can, in the agenda, there's this big old link. Rate this episode. You can also give me feedback on what you thought about the episode, and maybe in there you can tell me what you think about the idea of having the chat be part of the stream, taking up screen real estate. Would that be good, bad? Because I'd probably need to shrink the rest of the, my display. I'll effectively have to shrink the display. But that might mean I could get rid of the green screen. I wouldn't have it behind me anymore. Or maybe a different arrangement. There are other Twitch streamers who maybe have different arrangements. Let me know what you think. Let's push this up for review. Smurf D also gets a 502 error. Okay, so I have screwed up. I have screwed up my Synapse home server, which explains why I'm sitting there in an empty room. So I will try and figure that out. I'm not sure if I'll have that figured out by the next time I have a stream. Maybe, maybe not. But I appreciate all the people who just tested it to see if it worked. It worked. It did not work. But thanks for testing. So with this going out, that will take care of this rather annoying bug. And then there aren't too many P2s left, far more P3s. This one I'm waiting on information from some people on which keyboard shortcut we want to use. And then a couple of these I don't know what we're going to do with them. I have to think about how I want to do this like deeper integration with the toggle with our compositor. And I spoke to one of our graphics engineers, and it's actually it's really quite complicated. Yeah. Charge Neon asks, out of curiosity, are you going to Mozfest in London this year? I don't believe I have the time. That's over, I believe, a weekend or over a couple of days in September, right? Or is it the end of September? When's Mozfest? Because I think I looked at this. I was there a couple of years ago. Oh, it's in October. 21st to 27th. Maybe I can go this year. I thought it was in September, but if it's in October, I might have... because there's some really great speakers. Maybe I'm thinking of View Source, because there's like... yeah, 2019. 2019, the speakers are great. Let's see. Who do we have? Lots of really great people here, but what was I looking for? I wanted to look and see when View Source was as well, because they generally do them at the same time. Like one right before the other. That's what I was thinking of. It's right at the end of September. I don't think I can go to that. Maybe I could do Mozfest. I'm not sure. Jury's still out. Oh no. Mozfest is from... Wow, they're not overlapping at all now. They're not, like, they used to be happening like really, really close to one another. Now they're not happening at all nearby. Very interesting. So the answer is, I don't know. I might be going to Mozfest. I still need to sort of plan out what I'm doing for the next few months. I have been doing a lot of traveling though, so I may or may not. Let's see if my like travel batteries feel better. I'm gonna say note that I moved this block so that I don't overwrite the height and width, or don't blow away the height and width properties I'm setting below. Okay, and then let's take a look at the test. Yep, looks good. Okay, so that's done. That's blocked on review. Blocked on review. And with that, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching episode 186. White My Stick 1 says, I believe your battery is toast when you have it fully charged 24/7. There are many times where I don't have it fully charged, where it will drain down. But I do need to service the battery, apparently. But my battery has been behaving nicely. It's not one of those that blows up. I checked. It's not one of the recalled MacBooks. But I do let it drain down. I don't always have it charged. Danny Colin says, would be nice to have a Mozfest edition in Canada. I agree. Although London is nice, but I agree. Okay, with that, I'm calling it here. Thanks again for watching episode 186 of The Joy of Coding. It was so nice to have you. It was so nice chatting with everybody. Charge Neon, White My Stick, Danny Colin, Smurf D, Okris, all these great people. Meta Cybin, the people who I don't know if I've ever spoken to you before, and you're there's this nice chat going on. I love it. I love speaking with you all. Thanks for being there. Thanks for helping me out. You were all very helpful and thoughtful, and it was great to have you there. And if if you're watching this recording and you want to participate in the chat, watch a live stream, because they happen every Wednesday, 1 p.m., almost every Wednesday. In fact, not next Wednesday, because next Wednesday I'm traveling. So there will be no episode next week, but then I will be back the week after, and schedule resumes as per normal. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. Thanks again for watching. Have yourself a great week. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. Take care. Oh, so have 2 great weeks. Week and a half. Right? From 1 week. No, have 2 great weeks. That's what it is. Mathematics. Take care. Bye-bye. See ya.